How the nation responds to the death of a U.S. president reveals much about the political climate, social values, domestic divisions, and international pressures facing the United States at the moment of his passing. In 2018, Democrats and Republicans reacted to President Trump's departure from most political norms by celebrating George H.W. Bush's dedication to the country, ability to work with politicians on both sides of the aisle, and moderate positions on environmental protections and gun reform. In the years ahead, scholars will determine whether these reflections on Bush's legacy were accurate as they reevaluate his presidency. But in 2018, rising racial turmoil and political divisions, escalating international conflict, and deteriorating economic prospects came together to shape politicians and the public's reverence for a steady, knowledgeable, and experienced version of George H.W. Bush. This version was the one that Americans chose to remember and celebrate, a leader with moral character and steadfast temperament. Donald Trump's presidency affected more than one presidential legacy. In 2009, President George W. Bush left office with a 33% approval rating, depressed by an economic recession, a mishandled natural disaster in Hurricane Katrina, and an unpopular war in the Middle East, the second lowest approval rating since pollsters started calculating public opinion. In contrast, by 2018, 61% of Americans held a favorable view of Bush in retrospect. Many Americans recalled the days of Bush's compassionate conservatism and forgot his role in instigating the then still ongoing military interventions in Afghanistan and Iraq. The evolving legacies of the Bush presidents, their shifting positions in historical memory, and their complicated relationship to contemporary events are not unique to these former presidents. Evaluations of each U.S. president's achievements while in office remain malleable as patterns of memory shift, and each new meaning reveals much about the ways in which American culture and society continue to evolve. Americans' reaction to the passing of a president and the immediate discussion of his legacy often says little about that person's tenure in office. Instead, mourning rituals and memory reflect the existing tensions, values, and goals of American society at that moment. Critically, the mourning and memorialization processes have evolved over time as the nation's needs and values have changed. This volume explores that process for 12 of the 45 men that have served in the highest office.